everybody. I go by the name of Rose Ramaro, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a maintenance, beauty, and lifestyle as well as storytime content creator. Therefore, I would appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, and share all of my videos. And don't forget to comment, guys, so that we can get me on the algorithm and get things moving. Hello again. Now, this is a story time that it hasn't been a while that it's been on my mind, therefore I just had to put it out there. It was one of those that I felt like needed to be said now, or needed to be told. I mean, now, did I tell you guys about the time whereby you know how we've been told about spiritual implications when certain things are being done and we don't take them to heart, neither to mind, and they are just coming up and now showing themselves to light, and it has come to one's knowledge that these things are actually happening in life. Now let me hook you up with the story time. There is a particular person that I know. I won't call her a friend or anything like that, but it is someone that I know, and someone that I would deem as maybe close. Not close, close, but like we grew up together. Now, I'm one who tries to do a bit of this and that. I am one who tries to, when I have a business plan in mind whereby I can sell things in order to create a sort of kind of income for myself, I try to dabble into this and that. Now, this one time I started noticing some sneaky behavior from this particular person that I said I know. This behavior, it came during a point in time in my life where I'm now spiritually inclined to the Lord, and now certain things are now there. Like I said before, I don't have better word for it apart from they are coming to light. Now you have clarity on particular things. Now you have clarity on things that have been said, things that have been done, and now the dreams are also coming to fruition, if I may call it. Now, anyone who knows me will tell you that I sell basically everything. I render a specific service to you, and in turn, you pay me for it. For instance, I go by the girl of laundry. I mean, I go by the name. I go by the name of laundry girl because I do laundry here and there. I also am a Inuka representative. Most people who vote for me will know me as Ustifuza we Inuka. And I do a packaging and gifting present thingy for people whereby it goes by my company goes by the name of yours truly. And I'm also into revamping or color restoration in terms of clothing. When your clothing have lost color and you still take a liking to your item of clothing, I basically revamp the color for you and it looks as good as new. Anyway, so basically what I'm trying to say is that there's a constant exchange of money between people and I, because when I render services for you, obviously you have to pay me, whether it's through my bank account, whether it's through you actually giving me the money on hand, at hand, or whatever you may put it as. Anyway, so nonetheless, indeed, I noticed a certain behavior from this particular person that I've said that it's someone that I grew up with. Um, I noticed from early last year, 2024. I don't recall what it was that I had rented for her, but it was a service nonetheless, and it had to do with money exchange. She said to me that I don't have the money currently, but I will give it to you. And I didn't have an issue. I mean, it's someone that I know. I didn't I didn't think much into it. And soon after, I started having the most weirdest of dreams. I started having dreams whereby, oh, my lips, Anna. I wanted them to stay shining within this world. Oh, I really wanted them to stay shining. Okay, as I was saying, so I started having these awkward dreams or weird dreams about her or regarding her. And it always had to do with money. It had to do with um money tampering, man. As in, like, I'd either find myself going to her house and giving her money. What for? I have no idea. Constantly, like constantly. Or I'd find myself counting my own money, and then all of a sudden I'm in her house out of the blue in the dream. And I found those dreams to be so weird. And soon after, she paid me for those services that I rendered for her. And indeed, I took the money. Like I said, we have a constant money exchange thing with everybody, not just her. Everybody. It's either people give me the money in hand, or they send it through e-wallets or straight into my bank account. Okay, cool. And it just so happened that on this particular day, I noticed something. All of my businesses at the time were thriving. They were thriving, I don't want to lie. I wasn't making the most money, but I was making money on a daily basis, which is something that I had constantly prayed for, that let me always have customers, let there always be business, let it be moving, let it not be stagnant. And indeed, it was moving. But soon after her money, I noticed that, guys, customers are not coming in. Prayed about it. Had these constant dreams about her and me handing her money or me being in her house. Almost as if I'm there to report what it is that I'm gonna do now, or, you know, like just basically her being in an authoritative position over me that I know nothing about, because the last time I checked, I'm self-employed. So why is it that now I'm reporting to people and I'm suddenly having to hand over the money that I make to other people? I found it alarming. I didn't know what to make of it. And indeed, things quietened down for me in terms of business. And it got me into a series of frustrated moments and things, but I let it pass. I prayed about it, I fasted about it. And indeed, kuba uThixo eluncedo lwethu sonke, he pulled through. And business picked up again. And as soon as business picked up again, I recall her coming to buy something from me yet again. She bought something from me yet again, and she she specifically said again that I will bring the money, even if it's tomorrow. I don't have it currently, but I'll bring it tomorrow. And I didn't have an issue. Um, and soon after, it quietened down again. It indeed quietened down, and I, even though I at the time kelelo yaka was sleeping, if I may put it as such, even though at the time it was sleeping, now I had no choice but to give attention to this, because I'm having these dreams that I cannot ignore. And in turn, as soon as I have these dreams, or right after she comes and gives me the money, I have these dreams, and suddenly business starts shifting. I i didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know what to make of it, but I pulled through again. Business quietened down as soon as she paid me. um it was just quiet. So this one particular time, now I'm aware of her tricks or her trade, if I may put it as such. I'm aware of it. And now I'm just like, I have to find strategies and ways just to not accept this money from her. And this on this particular day, I recall that she bought something, or it was her child who bought something from me. And the child specifically said to me that my mother said, could you please do this for me and then she will pay you back. Okay, cool. And I did. And soon after, I think it was about a couple of hours later, um, she pulled through herself. She gave me the money. And I was annoyed already by taking the money because I did not know what to make of it. Because I had not yet come up with a strategy of her paying me for these things that I sell, or knowing that it's probably been tampered with. Okay, cool. And as per usual, and as per pattern, and as per schedule, my money starts acting up yet again. Business quietens down, and now how she proved that me having these thoughts about her, these dreams about her as well, was not just for the sake of having those. But what proved me right in this situation was this particular time that someone else's son was given money by the mother. When the son was given money by the mother, um, which the mother was living at the time, and she was giving money to him solely because he had to buy this particular item from me, as well as buy it for the other kids, right? And she, the lady that I've been speaking about and saying that since her thingy, my money has been acting up. Since then, um, she called the boy. She called the boy. She requested for the money. And that day, they never came to buy. And I recall the small boy Shame crying because now his mother had left him with money to come buy this particular thing. And they didn't get to buy it because it was taken away from him. And I suppose without reason. I really suppose without reason. Not much was said to him as to why this was happening, but the money was taken nonetheless. And indeed, that day they never came, even though I had heard the message from the mother stating that go and buy this and this from me. That is, she mentioned my name. Go and buy this and this from me. And yeah, and also buy for the other kids. That was the instruction. That was the instruction, that go buy this and this from this lady, which is me, and then buy also for the other kids. But the money was taken from him. He was even crying that day. Letsatsi la be la subela, but okay, cool. They never pitched up. And guess what? By virtue of time and everything, the following day, they come with money. Now, not from um, the one who was buying, who was supposed to buy yesterday, was not the one who had the money in hand. It was now the child of the lady that I said, the lady in question. I don't want to give people names because I'm very forgetful when it comes to names. So I just hope that you get the entire story and you get as to who I'm talking about at this point in period. I knew exactly what had just happened and what had been done with that money in order to come and mess up mine up. And this time around, what I asked them to do was just put it on there. I'm just going to fetch whatever it is that you're going to buy. So they put it on the floor or on the ground, and indeed I gave them their products. I took what was mine, which is the money. I took what was mine and I went to put it amongst the rest of the money. And still, after that, still money started acting up. Business didn't pick up again. It started being quiet. I had to rebuke. I had to pray about. I had to constantly like just be in warfare basically when it came to my financial breakthroughs, or when it came to my businesses, if I may put it as such. And I fought and I fought and I fought through prayer indeed. And I realized a pattern about this particular lady, that each and every time she notices that business is really good on my side, she will make a point of coming to buy from me. And I have a feeling that this is money that is probably being um, spoken to by terms of evil incantations and evil projections and proclaimments have been made upon the money in order for it to whatever her plans are for me, whether it is to steal my own luck when it comes to money, or either tamper with my own money in terms of now there shall be lack on my side and plenty on her side. Okay, cool. Nonetheless, and on this particular day now, it's about a year later. It's something that happened quite recently, actually. The she pulls through. She as she pulls through, she tells me that she's going somewhere. Right? She informs me that she's going somewhere and she needs a particular amount of money. Now, one thing I forgot to do, guys, was put a disclaimer regarding the story time. Now, if you think the story is about you, it probably is. And now it's my story to tell. Now you should be aware that I'm aware. And I'm not taking a liking to what you're doing. Yes, I've not mentioned any names, but if you ever get to see this and you feel that this story is about you, then it definitely is about you. Back to the story. Recently, she tells me that she's going somewhere and she needs money. And indeed, I give her money. Not enough for her to do what it is that she needed to do on her journey, but it was money nonetheless. It was what I had. And I had told myself that, because one thing about me, I cannot say I don't have a particular thing when I have it, whether I know or not that you're gonna misuse it. I cannot say I don't have it when I have it. So I just gave it to her, and in my mind I had just told myself that, you know what, this time around I'm not gonna accept it when she brings it back, because she was borrowing it and I lent it to her. And I told myself that, you know what, this time around I'm just not gonna take it back. I'm just gonna tell her it's cool, just keep it. I'm okay with it, you know. And indeed, she left, and she had said that I won't be able to bring it back now, but I'll bring it back. And indeed, I didn't mind at all. I gave it to her with an open heart, because that's me. That's me. I gave it to her. And about a week later, I'd even forgotten about it. A week later, she sends she sends the child. That is hers. That is, she sends the child, and the child is like, my mother sent me and she said I should, bring this to you. And I tell the child, look, Nana, I don't have, since it was not her, I couldn't say to the child, no, tell your mother to keep it, it's fine. So I just told him, you know what, just put it on the ground there. When I eventually gather the strength to get up and take it, I'll do so. And indeed, the child just puts it out of the door and leaves. Soon after, I get up, because I knew what it is that I needed to do. because clearly this one has also had evil projections and evil proclamations made upon it in order to mess up with my money. This time, what I did differently was, apart from the putting it on the ground and things, time what I did differently from all the other times was I went into my room, I got my Bible, I went straight to Deuteronomy 8:18, whereby it states that um, the Lord has given us the strength as well as the ability to create our own wealth. And therefore, whosoever, when it goes on, it states that whosoever shall try to mess up with that will basically be condemned. They will answer to the Lord. And when I took up the money, I didn't hold it with my own hands. I took it up holding it with the same page, the Deuteronomy 8:18. And I did that, and in turn, I made God proclamations upon it. I prayed upon it, like I declared the word of God upon the money and cancelled each and every effect that it was sent to do to the rest of my money. I proclaimed over it. I spoke and I spoke and I spoke over it. I spoke the word of God. I prayed over it. And right after, I closed it up as it is. Didn't even put it in my wallet. Didn't even put it where I normally put the rest of the money that I put where each and every time someone comes to buy. And I just put it away. I just put in the Bible and I just let it be. I kid you not when I say that the next time someone needed money from me, and I remembered, oh, Gonje, because I didn't have money in hand, someone else now came for money from me, and they had asked me and been like, could you lend me this amount of money? And I remembered, oh, Gonje, I had this particular amount of money in the Bible, so I could give that to them, because now I had declared everything and it had been a while since it had been in the Bible. And I don't know whether it was an act of God or it was showing me what it is that it was going to do to the rest of my money. I take out my Bible and I go straight to Deuteronomy 8:18 and I don't find my money. I can't find it anywhere. I literally couldn't find it anywhere. I go through, now I'm paging through the Bible, the entire Bible. I'm going back and forth like, hey, bo. It even came to a point whereby, because one thing about me, I try by all means not to disrespect the word of God, because the Bible is the word of God. Now, I always even teach my daughter this, that with the Bible, you can't even put something else on top of it. The Bible, if there are things on top of your dresser, the Bible has to be on top of everything else. You can't put other things on top of it. And you can't just shove it somewhere, you know. Like I try by all means to treat the word of God with respect and the dignity that it needs. It is the word of God after all. So as I had it on my as I was going through it, trying to find where this money is, I even went to the extent of doing things that I normally don't do. I turned it upside down and I went like this, like just shaking it like you would a book, in order for whatever pages that they were in or whatever that was in it to come out. And everything else I put inside that Bible came out as I was shaking it, made it look down, apart from the money that I had placed in there that I was given by that lady. It was gone. So, like I said previously, probably had I put it amongst or within my own money, whether in my wallet, whether where I placed the rest of my money before I bank it, or whether in my actual bank account I'd gone to actual bankers, guys, my own money, including the one that she had gave me, would have disappeared. Basically, it would have disappeared, whether in the form of business not going proper, or like spiritual things. Guys, never take spiritual things lightly. Never take the spiritual realm itself lightly. Never take things that are spiritual lightly either. It was so mind-boggling that till today I still ask myself, like, and let it be known that this was just petty cash. It wasn't a large amount of money. It was just petty cash. So imagine, like, I'm like, she has proven me right through and through that she is actually tampering with my own finances. But make of the story what you may. I told you what is true to me and what happened to me. And if you have a revelation as to what it is exactly that was meant to happen there in that situation, and you have the knowledge as well as the discernment to be able to state certain things that are spiritual, please, please comment about it. And just like that, our story has ended. It's my first story. Just like that, our story has come to an end. By the way, I go by the name of Rose Ramaro. I am the latest and newest YouTube channel holder. Should I put it like that? It sounds weird though. But welcome anyway to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and as well as be in those comments, guys. Let's try to get me recognized by the algorithm so that it can recommend me to other people. Thank you very much, and hope to see you next time for more story times or lifestyle content, or maybe maintenance. We'll see.